Thousands of years ago, before guns, before satellites, before modern armies, civilizations rose that controlled millions of people, commanded absolute loyalty, and built weapons of power that still confuse historians today. These were not primitive societies. They mastered war, strategy, psychology, and control. Some built cities so strong they resisted invasions for centuries. Some ruled through fear. Some ruled through belief. But almost all of them disappeared. Not because they were weak, but because their secrets were too dangerous to survive. Tonight we uncover the military mind, hidden power, and dark secrets of ancient civilizations that once ruled the world and vanished without mercy. Ancient civilizations did not begin as peaceful farming communities. They were born from conflict. Survival demanded strength, discipline, and unity. Early rulers understood one critical truth. Power does not come from numbers alone. It comes from organization. From Mesopotamia to the Indus Valley, leaders transformed scattered tribes into controlled societies by introducing laws, military ranks, and punishment systems. Armies were not just for defense. They were symbols of authority. Soldiers marched in formation, weapons gleaming, not only to fight enemies but to remind citizens who truly ruled. Civilization itself became a weapon, designed to dominate both land and mind. Long before modern generals wrote books on strategy, ancient commanders mastered battlefield psychology. Egyptians used massive formations to intimidate enemies before a single blow was struck. Assyrians perfected terror warfare, destroying cities publicly to discourage rebellion elsewhere. Ancient Chinese states used deception, misinformation, and surprise attacks exactly like modern military doctrine. Walls were built not only to defend but to control movement, supply lines, and civilian behavior. War was calculated, brutal, and relentless. These civilizations understood that winning a battle was meaningless unless it crushed the enemy's will to resist. What truly separated ancient civilizations from their enemies was knowledge. Astronomy was used to predict seasons but also to control belief. Priests warned populations of divine punishment, timed with eclipses or natural disasters. Engineering knowledge allowed civilizations to build weapons, siege machines, and cities that appeared impossible for their time. Writing systems were restricted to elites, ensuring secrets stayed within the ruling class. Knowledge was guarded more tightly than gold. Those who possessed it ruled. Those who did not obeyed. Religion was the most powerful weapon ancient civilizations ever created. Rulers declared themselves chosen by gods or gods themselves. Disobedience was no longer a crime against the state. It was a crime against the universe. Soldiers fought believing death meant eternal honor. Citizens accepted suffering believing it was divine will. Temples stood taller than palaces because belief outlasted armies. Through ritual, sacrifice, and myth, rulers maintained absolute loyalty. Fear of the gods kept society stable even when rulers were weak. Ancient civilizations built structures modern technology still struggles to explain. Perfect stone cuts, massive monuments, complex drainage systems, and fortified cities designed for prolonged sieges. Roads were built to move armies quickly. Water systems sustained cities during war. Some technologies disappeared completely, lost not by accident but by collapse. When empires fell, their knowledge died with them. Invaders destroyed libraries. Survivors forgot skills. History moved forward, but something was left behind in the ruins. No civilization fell because of a single enemy. They collapsed from within. Overexpansion drained armies. Corruption weakened leadership. Civil wars destroyed unity. Climate change caused famine. Rebellions spread. Once fear faded, power collapsed rapidly. Armies without belief became useless. Walls without loyal defenders fell. The same systems that created power eventually destroyed it. Ancient civilizations were not defeated, they exhausted themselves. The ruins of ancient civilizations are not silent. They are warnings. They tell us that power without balance collapses. That technology without wisdom destroys itself. That control through fear is temporary. Modern nations follow many of the same patterns. Strong militaries, centralized power, ideological control. The question is not whether civilizations fall. The question is when. The secrets of ancient civilizations are not just history. They are lessons written in stone, blood, and silence. Ancient civilizations may have fallen, but their secrets never truly disappeared. They were inherited, refined, and quietly absorbed into modern systems of power. Military hierarchy, propaganda, psychological warfare, and control through belief did not end with the ancients. They evolved. Today's nations still study ancient battle strategies, still use symbols to inspire loyalty, still manipulate fear to maintain order. The difference is scale. What once controlled cities now controls continents. The ruins we admire are not reminders of a dead past. They are blueprints. And as long as humanity seeks dominance over one another, the ancient world is not behind us. It is watching, waiting, and repeating itself through us.